Tech giant Google changed its logo Sunday to celebrate the life and efforts of late Mexican-American leader Cesar Chavez on what would have been his 86th birthday. Unfortunately, that happens to coincide with another high-profile occasion, Easter. Commemorating his defense of farmers' rights, Google placed a portrait of Chavez in the center of an enlarged second O, which leads you to more information about him when clicked. But let's just say many of the Googling masses weren't exactly pleased with the choice of honoring Chavez on perhaps the most important day of the Christian calendar. And like any disgruntled person on the internet, they took to social media to voice their discontent, tweeting things like, "Annoyance of the day, it's Easter and Google's new graphic is celebrating Cesar Chavez's 86th birthday. Wow, congrats Google, you've managed to alienate all Christians in America today. Instead of celebrating Christ, they celebrate Cesar Chavez." And Google thinks Cesar Chavez is more important than Easter. Hashtag who are you? Hashtag happy Easter. And a writer for conservative blog Brybar says this is just another example of Google honoring leftists over tradition. Back on July 4th, Google plastered the words, "This land was made for you and me," in its logo in honor of communist fellow traveler Woody Guthrie's "This Land is Your Land." On Christmas, Google featured a holiday-themed logo that popped up this window. Happy holidays from Google. Google is known for honoring holidays, birthdays, social movements, and technological advancements with doodles, clever, often interactive plays on the Google logo. Some of the most famous ones include an interactive synthesizer which allowed you to record your own songs to celebrate Robert Moog's 78th birthday, a 71-second Valentine's Day animation telling the story of a boy's attempt to win over a girl with the help of Google, of course, and a playable Pac-Man game for the game's 30th anniversary. But unlike birthdays, Easter doesn't always fall on the same day every year. And without comment from Google, it's unclear whether the choice of Chavez over Easter was purposeful. Lately, especially, the celebration of Chavez's birthday isn't unheard of. In fact, in 2011, President Obama released a statement proclaiming March 31st Cesar Chavez Day, declaring, "I call upon all Americans to observe this day with appropriate service, community, and educational programs to honor Cesar Chavez's enduring legacy." As people continue to debate whether or not Google should have foregone homepage Easter celebrations, a writer for Slate says Google is probably too big to care. The doodles are obviously not significant in and of themselves, but Google's ability to indulge the whims of its staff rather than cater to mass opinion on them is a highly visible signpost of its extremely strong market position. Meanwhile, Google's main competition in the search field, Microsoft's Bing, is offering a more Easter-themed graphic for today, highlighting the secular tradition of egg decorating rather than religious themes. For Newsy, I'm Candice Avilés.